A young traditional medicine doctor thought her life was over after a tragic accident. But when she opened her eyes, she found herself transported to an ancient kingdom. Before she could even process what had happened, she discovered she had been forced into an arranged marriage with a man who couldn't walk. Her first thought was, well, this is definitely not how I imagined my second chance. The doctor in her immediately took over. She carefully sterilized an acupuncture needle over a candle and inserted it into her husband's numb leg. To her shock, he suddenly coughed up a mouthful of dark blood. She frowned and muttered, "Something's seriously wrong." As she reached for another needle, he quickly stopped her, worried she might accidentally finish him off instead of curing him. She had originally assumed her husband was an elderly, poor man and had even planned to escape. But that night, when the bedroom door opened, she was stunned to see a handsome young man sitting in a wheelchair. For a few seconds, she could only stare. She hurriedly tried to explain that she wasn't from this era and had somehow ended up in the past. He didn't believe a word of it, assuming she was simply making excuses because she didn't want to marry a disabled man. Calmly, he told her that if she truly wanted to leave, she was free to go. She almost walked away, but her instincts as a doctor wouldn't let her abandon someone who still had hope of recovery. She offered to treat his condition, but he laughed. He revealed that he was actually a prince whose legs had been permanently injured during a brutal war. The greatest physicians across the kingdom had already failed to heal him, leaving him convinced that this mysterious new bride might even be a spy sent by his enemies. The next morning, she overslept and was immediately scolded by a strict housekeeper who complained that she was lazy and useless. The argument escalated until the woman was ready to strike her. Just before she lost her balance, the prince stepped in and caught her. The housekeeper sarcastically remarked, "Well, look who's finally decided to come outside today." Unable to stay silent, the young doctor defended him, pointing out that he was simply trying to enjoy a little fresh air and deserved some kindness instead of constant criticism. The housekeeper fired back, explaining that caring for the prince was expensive and exhausting. That's when the doctor's eyes lit up with an idea. She followed the housekeeper's son into the nearby mountains, and within minutes she recognized several rare medicinal herbs growing in the wild. Smiling to herself, she realized this ancient world had no idea what modern medical knowledge was capable of, and she was about to change everything.